Again, we've been given some values. We have our formula, and we know that they want $500. That's the saved amount. We also know that they want it in 4 years. That's the amount of years. So we'll substitute these letters V and Y with their values in the question into the formula, and then we'll solve for A. When we do the substitution, we have 500 is equal to A multiplied by 1 plus 0.03 times 4. We'll carry out the multiplication in brackets first. This is 500 is equal to A multiplied by 1 plus 0.12. We'll also carry out the addition in the brackets. So we have 500 is equal to A times 1.12. Now we have an equation with one variable, and it has an attached value. We'll divide through by the attached value on both sides of the equation. When we do this, we'll be left with A on the right-hand side of the equation and 446.43 on the left-hand side. So we can now say they would have to invest close to $450 in order to have $500 after 4 years of savings. They're considering talking to their goldfish. Using equation solving skills to switch between slope y-intercept form and standard form of linear equations. A line can be expressed in a number of algebraic forms. 2 of them are identified below. You'll be introduced to the usefulness of each in a later activity. For now, we want to be able to use our equation solving skills to switch between the 2 forms. The first form is slope y-intercept form. That's y equals mx plus b. For example, y equals 3x minus 5 is in slope y-intercept form. The second form is standard form. That's ax plus by plus c equals 0. For example, 3x minus y minus 5 equals 0 is in standard form. The main difference between the 2 forms is that in standard form, all of the terms are on the left-hand side of the equation, as you see there. As well, all of the numbers in standard form have to be integers, and a must be a positive integer. In slope y-intercept form, the y is isolated. That means it's on its own on the left-hand side of the equation. Example 4. A line is described by the equation below. Express this standard form linear equation in slope y-intercept form. 12x plus 4y minus 2 equals 0 is the equation that describes the line. We need to express it in slope y-intercept form. In slope y-intercept form, the variable y is isolated on one side of the equation. So we'll do that first. We want to make it look like y equals mx plus b. So we'll take our equation and we'll solve it for y. First, we're going to eliminate the negative 2. We're going to add 2 to both sides. When we do this, we have 12x plus 4y minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0 plus 2. This simplifies to 12x plus 4y is equal to 2. Next, we have a value, again, that's separated from the y term. So, since it's a positive 12x, we're going to subtract 12x from both sides. When we do this, we're left with 4y is equal to 2 minus 12x. Next, we have an attached value to the term containing y. It's a positive 4, and it's multiplied. So we'll divide through the entire equation by 4. When we do this, we'll isolate y on one side, and we'll have y equals 2 over 4 plus negative 12x over 4. When we reduce, we're left with 1/2 plus negative 3x. Now we're going to rearrange. We're going to put the last term in place of the first term. We have to carry the sign in front of it. So since it's y equals mx plus b, we'll be left with y equals negative 3x plus 1/2. What are the values of m and b? In this situation, m and b are negative 3 and positive 1/2. So m is negative 3 and b is positive 1/2. Therefore, the standard form of the linear equation 12x plus 4y minus 2 equals 0 is expressed in slope y-intercept form as y equals negative 3x plus 1/2. Example 5. A line is described by the equation below. Express this linear equation in slope y-intercept form. Here's the line. 3x minus 5y is equal to 15. When you're finished, come back to check that your solution is the same as ours.